surround.
So you did.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. If y'all are in the building, please drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me out there. Let me know if y'all can hear me out there. Let me know if y'all can hear me out there. Drop a 1 if you can hear me out there, so we can get right into the show. Let me know if y'all can hear me out there. Just drop a 1 in the chat. Can y'all hear me out there? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, I see 2 1s. Only 2 people can hear me. Let me see some 1s, y'all. Let me see some 1s. Y'all can hear me. See some 1s. Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everyone that's in the building. Shout out to all the visionaries, man. Salute to my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. And of course, welcome back to all the new supporters, man. Make sure if you're in the building, you double tap your screens, hit that like button on the way in. Hit that like button on the way in, because we're going to get into this today. We're going to talk about this today. We're going to talk about this. I know y'all heard today's theme music. I know y'all heard today's theme music. We're going to get into it today. We have to go ahead and speak about this and stop beating around the bush around this topic, man. So let's shout everyone out, and then let's get to the show. Shout out to Miss New York Nikki, baby, in the building. Shout out to you, Miss New York Nikki. I appreciate you. You always coming through and holding it down. And I love the way you decorate the chat. So shout out to you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We are 1 for 1 on the lovely lady mods today. Shout out to the lovely lady mods. Shout out to my man Bob in the building. What up, Bob? Salute, fam. Shout out to my man Art of War. What's good, Art of War? Salute, salute. Shout out to the cynical one in the building. Hey, Sin. We are 2 for 2. Good to see you, Sin. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. You always coming through and holding it down. Thank you so much. We're 2 for 2. We 3 for 3. Shout out to Miss Keita T in the building. Hey, Keita T. Good afternoon to you. I appreciate you always coming through and holding it down. Thank you so much, Miss Keita T. Shout out to Miss L'Oreal in the building, right back to back. We 4 for 4 in the building today. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Shout out to Miss L'Oreal in the building, always coming through and holding it down for me. Thank you so much. As one of my top lovely lady mods. Good to see you. Good to see you in the building today. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Let's see who else is in the building before we get into it. Shout out to Miss Queen Shay. What's up, Queen Shay? How you doing? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to Miss Scorpio Mama in the building. We 5 for 5. We 5 for 5. Hey, Scorpio, how you been? How was the graduation? Did you enjoy yourself? Good to see you, Miss Scorpio Mama. I appreciate you always coming through and holding it down for me. We 5 for 5 today, y'all. We 5 for 5 today. You know this gonna be a good one. You know this gonna be a good one. Shout out to my man, the Brother Love Show in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Salute. I appreciate you, man. What's up, Miss Gigi? How you doing? See who else is in the building. Wise Up 786. Salute, fam. Salute. Shout out to Miami, Liberty City in the building. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. Aomi. What's up, Aomi? How you doing? What's up, Jamel Weeks? Salute to you, man. Shout out to Mississippi in the building, man. It's been a minute, man. Salute to you. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. We're gonna get into it today, man. We're gonna get into it today. Shout out to my man Raj in the building. What up, Raj? Salute. Shout out to the House of Love in the building. Salute, salute. What up, Mon J11? How you doing? Salute to you. Y'all see the title. Y'all see the title. And as y'all heard at the beginning of the show, Philly all day. Shout out to Philly in the building. Shout out to Philly. Right? I just gave the Manosphere a new theme song. Because, see, listen, this whole thing that's going on with Zion that we're going to speak about today, Zion Williamson is a victim of the same stuff these guys in the Manosphere were victims of. And we're going to talk about this today because I'm still hearing the same Manospherian talking point around situations like this. And I'm sick of it. It's 2025. I don't know why you Negroes are still holding on to this stuff. Okay? But we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Shout out to Miss Classy Creole in the building. My top lovely lady, Maud. Good to see you, Miss Classy Creole. Shout out to you. We are 6 for 6 today. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. See, this is what we're going to talk about today. This is what we're going to talk about today. Because we still have men in 2025 saying the same stuff. And it's quite disgusting because it shows guys like me that a lot of you dudes ain't learned nothing. A lot of you dudes haven't learned nothing. And whatever you thought you learned, you didn't apply. So we're going to get into it today, right? Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Hit that share button as well. Share today's show. Share it on your community tabs, Facebook, Instagram, your Discord servers. Share the show, y'all. Y'all see the title. What happens when you define yourself by your wallet? What happens? Hey, Miss Camille, good to see you, love. Good to see you. Shout out to you. Good afternoon. We are what? 7 for 7. Shout out to Miss Camille in the building. One of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold it down. Thank you so much. Hope all is well with you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Right? We talking to the brothers today. So some of you dudes might come in here and you might catch an attitude. But guess what? I'm not the one that's going to coddle you. I never been that guy. I'm not going to tell you what I think you want to hear just so you could feel better about your ignorance. You see? See, this whole situation, right? Don't come in my chat room typing paragraphs, especially if I don't know you. Somebody remove that comment. Don't come in my chat room typing paragraphs and I don't even know you. Relax. Relax yourself. Relax. See, the problem is what's going on right now when the world is making a lot of people uncomfortable. It's making a lot of people uncomfortable. You know, a lot of people are walking around in their feelings. A lot of people are walking around hypersensitive because what people claim they always wanted, they really can't handle. You see? See, it's ironic how people ask for people to tell them the truth, to be real with them, to be transparent with them, especially the men. I'm talking to the men in particular. I'm not talking to no women. I'm talking to the men. You niggas get up on the internet all day. Oh, well, I keep it real when they don't keep it real when women just can't tell the truth. And what up, Self University? Salute, my brother. And you know what I found out? You niggas hate the truth. Y'all do. Y'all do. Y'all the ones that get in y'all feelings about the truth. It be y'all. It's y'all. Now, here it is. We got a dude by the name of P. Diddy. P. Diddy, who thought that his money and his wallet was going to protect him. See, I've been telling you brothers this for years. Your money not going to save you. Your money not going to save you, bro. You can't hide who you are behind money. Now, I've been telling brothers this for years. And look how it comes to pass. This is why a lot of you dudes are in your feelings. You're in your feelings because we're at a point in time where now you can't point the finger at nobody. See, this is where we at now. We're at the point where men can't blame women no more. You can't blame her. It all wasn't her fault. She ain't do all of that to you. See, now we at the point where you got to be real with yourself. You heard what I said? Be real with yourself. How are you ever going to be real with yourself if your wallet is your identification? You see where y'all having a problem at? You don't even know that you suffering from a fake ideology which has distorted your psychology, which is why you live in the way you live in. This is what most men identify with. Most men identify with this. This is what they identify with. Everything in their life, their accomplishments, their principles, their morals is all wrapped up in here. Everything that they are is represented in here. Not in here, in here. Your identity is in here. Your masculinity is dependent on this. A woman listens to you and follows your direction because of this. What's in here, not what's in here. She don't follow you because what's in here. And what's in here, she following you because what's in here. Because this is your identity. This is you. This is you. You're not a man. This is you. This is you right here. Your degrees, everything you've done in life, the man that you are is in here. It's in here. And you wonder why these women treat y'all like possessions. Because your identity is in a wallet. Where do you put a wallet? In your pocket. That's why with these women, you better remain in pocket or you gonna have a problem. You better not start acting like this ain't you. Every black athlete, for the most part, entertainer, actor or actress, their identity is wrapped up in here. Black American culture is rooted in this. See that? And then what we want to do is we still want to talk about what these chicks are doing. Nigga, you shouldn't even be talking about no chicks. You should be talking about you. See, this is the problem that the manosphere has always had. They never want to talk about themselves. And when men talk about, whenever we got together as men and spoke on some man shit, guess what we spoke about? And all the things surrounding this. Somebody tell me if I'm lying. And I was around for a long time. Hey, Roxy, how you doing? What up, Bucket? Shout out to my guy, Bucket, in the building. Salute. The conversation that men like to talk about, it all involves this. Bob says women. The conversation goes back to women and money. What up, plug? Now, if you know that you around a bunch of dudes that's always talking about women and money, then you know what that make them? Simps. You see why I played that song at the beginning of the show? I'm so tired of being a simp. When will you men get tired of being simps? I sent her like 500 just to text me back. That sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Huh? That sounds familiar, right? Send her 500 just to text you back. Go listen to that song by Dave Blunt's I'm Tired of Being a Simp. That is the new anthem for the manosphere, because all of them are simps. She didn't love me. She wouldn't me. I'm tired of being a simp. I'm so tired of being a simp. This is what you got men in this space in 2025 still talking about Zion is getting taken advantage of. Y'all still running around here saying, oh, these women lying. Y'all still think these women be lying about these simp niggas? About these tricks? See, when y'all get up here and talk about tricking, y'all don't know what tricking involves. You think tricking is just going to buy sex. No. When you a trick, that's your lifestyle. That's a lifestyle. Tricking is a lifestyle. Zion Williamson is a trick. How was he being taken advantage of? How was he being He's a trick. This man has been doing the same thing his entire NBA career. So you know he was doing it before he got in the NBA. Why are we going to sit here and play stupid? If the man is tricking as a multi-millionaire, what you think he was doing when he was young? You think he wasn't tricking then? Tricking is a mindset that creates a lifestyle. Go and listen to that song. He's actually describing what simps do. Send women money to text them back. Send women for plane tickets and they never show up. Drive to their city and never meet them. Paying for attention. Paying for attention. See, at this point, we should be correcting Zion. We should be talking to Zion, not talking about these women. Because guess what? These women are living a lifestyle as well. What do you think the lifestyle of a prostitute is? See, y'all been living on the internet for so long, y'all don't know what go on in the real world. You think prostitutes are just women who walk up and down the street and sell a body. No, prostitutes are criminals. Why do you think it's a crime to be a prostitute? Prostitutes are criminals. They don't just sell sex. They set niggas up. They lie and call the police on niggas. That's part of being a prostitute. You think because you live in the internet world, you living in the manosphere, not living in the real world, you think, oh, well, oh, she got paid to do her job. Nigga, you think that's all her job is? Nigga, do you know the spiritual job of a prostitute is to ruin your life? Dummy. Do you know that? Do you know that's the spiritual job of a prostitute? To ruin your life. To have you, to make you disabled in relationships. You don't know how to get along in relationships. You don't know how to keep a relationship because you're so used to quickies. You're so used to quickies. Mr. Quickie. You can't keep no woman, Mr. Quickie, because you so used to dealing with prostitutes. Now when a woman get to talking, you don't want to hear her talk because you're used to being with that hoe who don't talk. See that? See how it's making you dysfunctional? And this is what happens over time. You know what happens to tricks? They become aggressive. They become more controlling. The more that they get their way with these women, they become more possessive. Because remember, they have the psychology that they're the man of the situation because of this. See, my money makes me a man, so you have to listen to me. You have to do what I tell you to do because I'm a man. I'm the man here. I paid for everything. See this? And let me tell you, brother, something. Hoes don't respect nobody. You hear me? So stop thinking you in control of the situation because it is. This is why Diddy's in trouble. Because for 30 years, he used this. This is how he bribed people with this. With this. Didn't I tell y'all the feds went and got that video from that hotel? Because Diddy paid the hotel. He paid the girl who's testifying on him, the girl Mia. He was paying her to clean up the freak off rooms. She was his assistant. Now look where his ass at. Look where he at. What happened to all you niggas that used to come in my chat room talking about some Diddy gonna beat it? Diddy ain't going to jail. Where you niggas at? When I told you Diddy was never getting a bail. Y'all used to go, oh, Diddy getting out. Diddy a billionaire. Diddy gonna sit his ass in jail and rot. He's never coming out of jail. He's never coming out of jail. Because he thought this was going to save him. And listen, y'all. Listen. I'm going to say this again for you dudes. Being a prostitute is a lifestyle. It is not just a profession. Okay? It is not just a profession. So these women are doing nothing but what prostitutes do. They extort tricks. There's prostitutes that do that. Nigga, I want $1,500 a month, or I'm going to send your wife the videos that you like to make of us when I meet you in that room. That's real life, brothers. Wake up. Some of y'all living on the internet. That's what prostitutes do. They don't just come in, hey, big boy, and then y'all do what y'all do and you give the money off and that. No. No. Don't work like that. Y'all watch too much TV. Y'all watch entirely too much TV. Y'all watch too much TV. So stop saying Zion Williamson is a victim of anything. He's not a victim of anything. You know what he's a victim of? False identity. False identity. That is the downfall of a lot of affluent men. They lose their identity because this becomes their identity. This becomes their identification card. Your identification card is your wallet. That's why a lot of y'all, right, can't get in a relationship. Because when women ask y'all questions like, so tell me some things about yourself. This is what you do. So what do you like to do? Do you have any children? What do you like to do for fun? Do you have any hobbies? What's your favorite food? Do you love your baby mother? That's what it becomes, Roxy. True or false? True or false? True or false, Roxy? What up, Aunt? Shout out to Aunt T in the building. Salute. Hey, Kari. Shout out to Miss Kari D in the building. He paid $150K for that hotel footage, and the guy still made an extra recording of the footage with his phone. Absolutely. And you know why they did that, Kari? Because Diddy was doing dirt in that hotel for a long time. What up, Mr. Savage Thoughts? Salute. You see? Manje11 says, I believe that tricks are self-worshippers and also hate themselves and women. A lot of them do. A lot of them do, Manje11. They don't even realize it. Because the more and more you participate in that tricking lifestyle, you begin to develop a hate for women. Because let's keep it real, fellas. Let's keep it real. When we're having sex, casual sex with some weird woman, right? We don't have no feelings attached to that. So imagine you're having this worthless sex. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. You're sitting around having worthless sex for 30 years. Let's say you lost your virginity at 15. You still buying prostitutes and you 45. You still sleeping with strange street women, you 45 years old. Still got strangers in your bed. There's a stranger in my house. You niggas love bringing strangers in y'all houses. Y'all like laying up at the Red Roof Inn with bed bugs and strangers at 45 years old. And then you niggas come on the internet talking about black men ain't safe. We can't feel safe with you women. How you gonna feel safe with a prostitute? You met her on Instagram. How you talking about feeling safe with women and all you lay up with is prostitutes? Are you supposed to feel safe? Huh? Exactly, Bob. Say it again, bro. Exactly. Now imagine 20 plus years of doing that. Of course, a man's mind will look at women different. Of course, you're going to demean women when you've been doing that debaucherous behavior for 20 years straight. Of course, you're going to look at women a certain way. Of course, you're going to always question women's integrity because you've been dealing with the scum of the earth. Your ass been sleeping with earthworms. Now you don't know what a butterfly is. You don't know. You think everybody a goddamn tapeworm because you've been at the bottom of the barrel with a spoon. Talking about I'm eating pudding. That's y'all niggas. At the bottom of the barrel with a spoon. They're at the bottom of the barrel with a spoon, and like this. Like they eating out the cake bowl. They scraping the bottom of the barrel. Right, Earthworm Jim. Talking about these women don't provide a safe space for men. Nigga, you just left. Nigga, you just left the Eagle Lodge. Shut up, nigga. Shut up. You just left that dirty ass hotel and washed up with that hard ass soap. Shut up. Then you come on the internet and act like, oh, these women, look what they're doing to black men. Look, all affluent black men are under attack. Shut up, you trick. Tricking is your lifestyle. You don't have no structure. You don't have no structure. What you talking about? Nobody feels bad for Zion Williamson. He's a bum. He's a bum. Do y'all know that Zion Williamson finessed the NBA for out of $100 million twice? This nigga ain't played a full season. Am I lying, Ant? This nigga Zion Williamson ain't played a full season since he been in the NBA. He has not played a full season. This nigga got over $100 million twice and has not played a full season. So guess what I'm thinking this is? If this is a setup, it's a setup from the higher ups. Because Zion, you took over $200 million from us, nigga, and you ain't produced nothing. But you out here laying up with corn stars? You out here making the NBA look bad, and we done gave you all this goddamn money, and you can't produce for us? Oh, we got something for you, buddy. We gonna get our money back. Yeah. Why don't y'all think of it like that? Won't you think of it like that? Won't you think of it like that? You notice how the first girl done popped up. The first girl done popped back up. Exactly, MR. Shout out to my man, MR. Exactly, bro. We know how this go. Now the first girl done popped back up to confirm Mariah Mills' story. This is what happened with Shannon Sharp. Y'all not paying attention? This is what happened with old Shannon. Double tap y'all screens, man. Hit that like button. This is what happened with Shannon. And what did that woman say about Zion? That he's been what? Paying her to shut up. Paying her to not come out. He's been paying. See that? There go that wallet again. Every time you're in trouble, reach for your wallet. You can't get yourself out of nothing just being a stand-up dude. Your character can't get you out of trouble, but you a man. Why you gotta pay? Why you gotta pay to shut somebody's mouth? When if you not that type of person, your character should speak for that. Other people should come out and say, oh no, she lying. Zion ain't like that. Who came out and tried to defend Zion Williamson? Besides you dummies on the internet. Huh? Which one of Zion friends in the NBA, friends of his personal life, came out and said, no, Zion don't abuse women. Zion don't do that. She lying. If this stuff isn't true. See, y'all don't be paying attention to stuff. See, sometimes a person don't have to get directly exposed for you to understand that they that type of person. You see? Zion is not a victim. Zion is running around here victimizing women and using this to control them. What was Diddy doing? What was Shannon Sharp doing? Remember what homegirl said? Zuniga. She said, what she said? 20,000 a cheek. He paid for the BBL. Shannon. You know what my father used to tell me? Same thing make you laugh or make you cry. The same shit that you use as a weapon of control will be your weapon of destruction. The same shit that you use to victimize people will be your demise. You will fall from the same thing. Your money can't save you. Diddy's a billionaire. You know what they calling Diddy now? A rapper. Ha! Diddy was a mogul. Whenever they spoke about Sean Diddy Combs, they wrote him as a mogul. Now when they talk about him, he a rapper. I'm not talking about from these YouTubers. I'm talking about high-level publications. He's a rapper now, y'all. Exactly, MR. Because money can't define you. If you define by this, you ain't shit. You know why? Because everything in your wallet only has the value you give it. Why you think money means so much to poor people? Because it means so much to them. Y'all don't notice that? All the shit that's in here don't mean nothing. It don't really mean nothing. All the things that's in here is to help you sustain your life. That's all. This is not your identification. So if you walking around like this is what defines you, we'll see how long it holds you up in court. We'll see how long it holds you up against a jury who hears all the foul and disgusting things you do to people in the name of having this. Because when you on trial, guess what's on trial? Guess what's on trial? Guess what's on trial? Who put it in the chat if you know? Guess what's on trial when your ass in a courtroom? Guess what's on trial when you in a courtroom? When you sitting in front of that judge and that jury, guess what's on trial? Nothing that goes in here. Nothing that goes in here. You know what's on trial? Everything that's in here. Your character. Hey, Lynette, you, they judging you. Not your money, not what school you went to, not being summa cum laude, not what Greek letters you got behind your name. You, who you are. The type of person you were with all of this. That's what's on trial. That's what's on trial. And see, low life sap suckers, right? They try to pay to sway the perception of people. That's what they try to do to the people. You saw Diddy had people out there getting paid $20 an hour to wear free Diddy shirts. Pay to sway your perception of them. Hey, I'm not a piece of shit. I'm actually a great guy. Here, would you like to work for me for $20 an hour? You just have to wear this t-shirt. This would be the easily couple of $100 you made in your life. That's how piece of shits talk. Hey, just put on this t-shirt. We only need you for about 6 hours. We'll pay you $200. There you go, MR. The way of the industry. Pay to play. That goes back to what, MR? Tricking. Tricking. Because guess what else tricks do? Tricks pay other people to keep their secrets. Yeah. You didn't know that? Yo, you didn't know that? That's what they pay the hoe for. Keep his secrets. Nobody knows how nasty and debaucherous I really am. See? Why you think Diddy paid the escorts to go to work on him, to punish him? Baby on Astroglide. Or you think he paid him? Trick lifestyle. Trick lifestyle. All of this has been promoted to us, fellas, through the music, through hip hop and R&B. Who's the biggest in hip hop? P. Diddy. Who's the biggest in R&B? P. Diddy. Y'all forgot about that clip when Aaron Hall talked about him being around Puff? Y'all forgot R. Kelly was around Diddy? Diddy's the true Pied Piper. Diddy was the first big R&B producer. Who you think executive produced all the Mary shit? All that stuff back in the day, that was Diddy. He formulated those records. He helped formulate that shit. Tricking on wax. Shout out to my brother Zuma Duma in the building. Shout out to my brother the Book of Ronan in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Tricking on wax, man. Tricking on wax. Zuma says, I'm going to keep warning brothers about flying chicks out. Come on, man. Come on, man. Shout out to my brother Papa Flock in the building. Salute, bro. Appreciate your support. Y'all don't understand this stuff, man. Listen, at this point, from what I've saw, for what I'm reading, I don't feel sorry for none of these dudes. No rappers, no athletes, none of that shit. And it's because now I see them for who they are. I see them for who they are, not who they appear to be. See, this is why some of y'all get mad at shows like this. Because you're not used to looking at your favorite rapper for the type of shit he really on. Because you don't really pay attention to it. Because you so caught up in liking him. But I'm out of that phase. I see these people for exactly who they are. And Zion Williamson looked like an aggressive trick. He looks like the type that'll threaten a woman. And I'm going to just be honest. Y'all see on the thumbnail, I think Zion is Zesty. And that's alleged. But I'm going to just go ahead and he looks zesty to me. He looks zesty. So I think that he participates in baby all activity. I believe Zion Williamson likes Astroglide. He's part of Team Glide. I believe Zion Williamson is part of Team Glide. That's why he's always injured. Remember, that's what we found out about Dwight Howard. Okay? Listen, you could be whoever you want to be. You can sleep. I'm not disrespecting no one. I'm just talking about this. I'm not judging nobody. All right? But y'all do know that's what happened with Dwight Howard. Remember this was probably about, I'll say about 5 years ago. Maybe a little bit before that. Remember when Dwight Howard kept getting injured? This is when he was on Orlando. He kept getting injured. And what did we find out? He had a tailbone injury because Astroglide. We did the show. Yeah, right. And he had them back spasms. And then he found out he had a bruised tailbone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Baby all participant. He that's what Dwight likes. Dwight is a power bottom. Yes, he had a tailbone injury, Ivan. Bucket says, I remember that DS1. Yeah, we did the show about it. That's why he had a tailbone injury. He got injured by Captain Hook. What up, Saudi Tate? So, how do we know that this ain't the problem with Zion Williamson? This man has not played a full NBA season since he's been in the NBA. And remember, y'all, 2023 is when him and Mariah Mills first started going through that stuff. And remember, he supposedly left Mariah Mills and got a new girl. So what is Mariah Mills doing that he won't leave Mariah Mills alone? Because he left Mariah Mills alone, went and found another girl and had a baby. So how he back with Mariah? How's he back with her? Astroglide. The Punisher paid him a visit. Come on. But these men think that they still can hide behind this. Just listen to all you guys who are like Dwight Howard in the manosphere. If you know you a power bottom, just come on out the closet and let these women know you don't like women because you like men. All right? Just say it, bro. Because what we're finding out about a lot of these black men who are hiding behind this, we're finding out that they could sit on an egg. This is what we're finding. Let y'all and y'all could say if I'm over exaggerating or not. But a lot of these black men, we're finding out that they're backyardigans. They've been paying to keep their backyard secrets hidden. So this is why you niggas ain't rebuilding no black community. This is y'all going and getting all this money to hide your illicit activities. This is why ain't nobody built nothing, because y'all too busy running around being freaks, having freak offs, running around tricking your whole life, and then want somebody to feel sorry for you. You forgot you took all that money from the NBA? You think you don't owe them people? You think them people don't want their money, Zion? They're gonna get about you. They're gonna get it about you. Now the girlie's gonna run wild saying we all gay. A lot of niggas is gay, Zuma. Let's just keep it 1,000. Let's just keep it 1,000, bro. A lot of niggas are, a lot of these dudes are gay. They are. They in the closet, bro. They in the closet, bro. This whole Diddy trial should tell you that these women have a point when they say what they say. This nigga Diddy got caught with 700 dildos. 700. Chopper walked into the dildo Hall of Fame. Come on, bro. Now, if we sat on multiple streams and proved that Diddy done slept with a lot of these rappers that these women want to sleep with, why we can't say they gay? Why we can't say they gay? These niggas are gay. Come on, bro. This nigga Mano got a new song out. This nigga still rapping about jail. He gay. Why is a 50-year-old man who's been out of prison now for about 20 years or damn near 20 years, why is he still rapping about jail? Because he miss it. See, a lot of y'all niggas think niggas don't miss jail. Some niggas miss jail. Some of these niggas miss jail. Mano got a song out right now, a brand new song. He rapping about jail. He rapping about jail. He's a mook. That's why he rapping about jail. Yeah, 700 dildos, Bob. Come on, bro. Yeah, come on, L'Oreal. He dreaming about jail. Why is he rapping about jail? Who want to hear a 50-year-old man rap about prison? What audience are you trying to attract by rapping about prison, Mano? See, they think we stupid, y'all. They think we don't understand the game. They think we don't understand fan bases. Homies over hoes that come from jail. That came from a bunch of jail niggas that was on the block. Bunch of jail niggas that came home and they start promoting that. Classy Creole says DS1, they miss being on that bottom. Exactly. They miss smelling another nigga's doo-doo. They miss being around a large group of men. MR says you could tell who signed that lucrative contract. Yup, they all got in the tub. Get in the tub. What up, Kenny Mac? Kenny Mac says Mano been trash. But why he still rapping about jail? Right. Lock him, lock me up and throw away the key. Exactly. That's what he want. That's what he want. See, in jail, these guys could be who they really are. They could go around and be the glorious mooks that they are. That's why they still rapping about jail in 2025. His brand new single, he got on a goddamn jail suit. Sound like somebody miss home. It sound like somebody want to be with Diddy. Sound like somebody want to be with Diddy. There you go, bro. He want to be with Diddy. Mano. He got on a jail suit. He want to be with Diddy. He want to be with Diddy. Because guess what, y'all? These men can't hide behind their wallets anymore. Because they're being exposed. Shout out to my brother Po Boy Films in the building. Salute, 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 Brody. Salute. They can't hide behind the money no more. Sounds like stunted growth. They can't hide behind the money no more. They all getting exposed. Look at what just happened with boss man down low. And what was the dude? He was Timmy Bansom. He just sent Timmy Bansom some bands, so Timmy Bansom said he was lying. This is what's happening, y'all. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. Nobody needs to feel sorry for Zion Williamson, because this is what happens when you define yourself by your wallet. Because guess what? Guess what, fellas? Everyone loves a sucker. Let me say that again. Everyone loves a sucker. Everyone loves a sucker. So if that's what you sign up to be in life, that's how you gonna be treated. That's just how you gonna be treated. What up, Craigo? Shout out to King Craigo. You see? So we not walking around in 2025 talking about, oh, these chicks be setting dudes up. We not saying, come on, bro. Come on, bro. These dudes are willing participants in their own demise. They're willing participants in their own demise. You see what Anthony Edwards just did? He just cashed out. He paid a woman 18 years worth of child support up front. You see the cost of his tricking? And some of you niggas, oh, he got the money. He got the money. That's not the point. She got 18 years worth of money out of this nigga up front. If that's not a prostitute, what do you call it? That's what prostitutes do. Prostitutes make a living off of tricks. Do y'all understand? They make a living off of tricks. They got a car because of a trick. They got a crib because of a trick. They pay their bills because of tricks. They take care of their kids because of tricks. So I need you guys to understand this. So a man who deals with this type of woman, who understands that this is how she lives, he can never be a victim. He can never be a victim of anything. But y'all want to keep running around here saying that this man is a victim. Because he chose to run around and blow $100 million contracts. He running around here with $100 million contracts from the NBA, getting caught with prostitutes, getting caught in altercations with porn stars, low-level ones at that. He ain't even going to the Bunny Ranch. This nigga going on OnlyFans and Craigslist. That shows your character as a man. Nigga, you at the bottom of the barrel, nigga. Like you a millionaire, multi-millionaire. He won't even go and pay like Diddy did. See, notice Diddy went and got escorts from the agency. He went and paid for them escorts. You see, he also just did other stuff with them he wasn't supposed to. Like he was trafficking them. He was sex trafficking them escorts. They start working for him. Diddy's diabolical. He had them escorts working for him now. But why Zion just didn't even go do that? Because you tricks, you dudes, you like that filth. You like that filth. Tell the truth. We men. You like that filth, don't you? You like her smelling like cigarettes and gasoline, right? Huh, fellas? Tell the truth. You like that grease, don't you, boy? Mm-hmm. You like that? You like when her feet dirty, her feet black at the bottom. You like that, don't you? Tell the truth. Because if you don't come out and deal with your shit, you're gonna get exposed. You're gonna get exposed. Because they're gonna let the world know that you like they dirty feet. While you want to appear to the world like you're this stand-up guy that all he cares about is his NBA career, and no, he doesn't. He likes crust. He likes dirty toenails, y'all. He likes my funky drawers. Because guess what? This can't save you. You think this is going to stop you from getting exposed? It ain't. It ain't. Because guess what? Guess what they done figured out, fellas? Guess what they done figured out? Craigo says, I don't call it sex trafficking if you can make moves on your own. I'm just saying. No, it's not sex trafficking if you making moves on your own. It's sex trafficking when you send a chick. If you send a chick from New York to Miami to go get some money, that's sex trafficking. Now, if she goes on her own, that's prostitution. If you send her, that's sex trafficking. Understand the difference, Craigo. Diddy was sex trafficking. He was sending men and women across different states, traveling with them, having freak-offs. And he was paying for them. The Punisher was a paid escort. He was paid. Who traveled with Diddy. That's sex trafficking. Now, if he went on his own, he's a prostitute. That's prostitution. But if somebody send you, that's sex trafficking. Yes, Diddy was committing crime. Just like Zion Williamson was committing crimes. See, y'all, see, what you dudes don't understand is y'all get with these prostitutes and y'all put your lives in these females' hands. Bro, when you link up with a prostitute, you are committing a crime. Understand this. You're committing a crime with a criminal. Understand this, bro. Understand what y'all are doing. You're not doing nothing innocent. She's not the only one wrong. You're wrong. It's called soliciting for prostitution. That's the charge, Mr. Tricky Rogers. Tricks always think they got the system figured out. That's another sign of a trick. A nigga who think he could get around everything. He know everything. Well, actually, nigga, you sex trafficking. How about that? Since you know everything. Do you know when you have sex with a prostitute, you just committed a crime? Smart, tricky man. Did you know that? That's a crime. Paying for sex on the street is a crime. That's a crime. Understand that. So what Zion Williamson was doing, he was committing crime. He was committing crime. And when you are in the act of committing a crime, you cannot dictate your punishment. How you dudes running around here talking about, oh, why this is this and why this is that? Nigga, you a criminal. You don't have no control now. You dudes be killing me. You don't have no control no more. You have no more say so. You've given up control. You a criminal now. You're a criminal. So you don't have no say so on how things go. It don't work like that. But this is what happens when you're controlled by this. Somebody gonna put you right in their pocket. And that's what's getting ready to happen to Zion Williamson. Shout out to Cuzzo in the building. Salute the heels in the building. Salute. That's what's getting ready to happen to little Zion. They getting ready to put him in a pocket. Get him out of here. Wrap him up. Wrap him up. Your money can't save you. But you still want to run around here and be defined by your wallet. And then cry wolf. How you gonna cry wolf and you a trick? You out here committing crimes, bro. You ain't innocent. You not an innocent man that's getting taken advantage of. You're paying for what you want. You're paying for what you want. Let that sink in for a minute. You're paying for what you wanted. See, sometimes the consequence is greater than the actual pleasure. Let me say that again, fellas. Sometimes the consequence is greater than the actual experience of it all. You see? And this is when y'all start running around and resenting women. When you shouldn't even be comparing women to prostitutes. You should never judge them on the same plane. But you're going to begin to do this the more and more you continue to participate. Because what? As above, so below. As a man thinketh, so if prostitutes are the only women you deal with, why wouldn't you think every woman you deal with is a prostitute? You see how easy that is? If all you deal with is prostitutes, then why would any woman you deal with, why wouldn't you think she a prostitute? Why wouldn't you think she wouldn't be sleeping with a whole bunch of other men? Why? When those the women you used to sleeping with. That's what you familiar with. You're not familiar with faithfulness. You're not familiar with soft. You're not familiar with feminine. You think feminine equals hoe. You think feminine equals crazy. You think feminine equals violent. That should tell you as a man what you've been accepting as long as you've been dealing with women. That's what that's supposed to tell you. It's not supposed to tell you something wrong with women. It's supposed to tell you, well, God damn, I done been down this road before. How the hell you keep going down the same road for 30 years? Some of you men ain't been with a decent woman your whole life. You mean to tell me you couldn't get one, bro? You couldn't get one? One, two, three? How old are you? So when you're 50 years of living, you wasn't in a relationship with one decent woman? You can't remember one decent woman that you ain't just have sex with? And these women are the problem? It sounds like you're a little premature in the area of dealing with good women. And I'm here to tell you, fellas, it takes some getting used to. And I'm speaking from experience. Now I'm talking about me. Being with a good woman takes some getting used to. Because it don't feel the same, bro. It don't sound the same. It don't look the same. It don't move at the same pace. See, with a good woman, she don't want no man that identifies with this. She want to know, instead of you doing this, she gonna make you pull the veil down. Who are you? This y'all. A good woman gonna say, excuse me, sir. Hi, I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to you. See, while y'all be up on the internet all day talking about where all these good women at, what happened when you run into one? Can you recognize one? Do you even look to be with a good woman? Because half you men who be up here complaining, y'all don't even look for good women. You look for somebody you can get your rocks off with. Zion. You ain't even looking for a good woman. You looking for a good woman that you could just shit on. How you gonna treat her? You're gonna treat her just like you treat the rest of them, right? And then we're gonna keep saying that these men are victims? Huh? So your whole life you just had bad luck with women. I'm not stupid, bro. I know men. I'm a man. I know men. And I know niggas lie. Niggas lie to protect their image too. Women just don't do it. Men do it too. Men present their representative too. Here you go. Here you go. Now we coming up in a time where, who are you? Because we coming up in a time and in an era where who you are is what's going to grant you your success. See, being blowing up on the internet and being a celebrity and blowing up on TikTok, and them days over. Now you got to really be that person. Now you got to be that person, and you have to have a track record of being that person. You see, you got to have a track record of it. Now, the people who's going to be at the top of the food chain is the people who have good character. Not just some glorified idiot. You see? So to the brothers, understand what we dealing with, man. What up, Johnny Five? What's going on? Trying to tell y'all, man. Because in this Trump era, that's what it's about. So if you're gonna let a prostitute ruin your life because you don't want to get yourself together to find you a decent woman and settle down and do what men do, which is take care of families. If you not on that type of time, just understand you're gonna be assed out here. Just understand that. And all of that running around and participating in all that prostitution and all that, it's gonna ruin your life, bro. You're gonna be lonely and miserable out here. And it all goes back to being identified behind a possession. I'm not my degrees. I'm not my bank account. I make the money. The money don't make me. I worked and earned the degree. The degree didn't make me. I went and got the degree. The degree just wasn't here. You see? I went out and worked for the money. So how's it gonna ever make me? How's it gonna ever define me? And fellas, any woman that defines you behind your earning potential is not a woman for you. And you don't have to sit there and figure out who she's great for. Move on with your life. You don't have time for that anymore. We don't have time to sit around and talk about why these women are it. We ain't got time for that. We should be spending our time focused on what's important to us. To you single brothers, if you want to find a relationship and get a wife, that's what you should be focused on. So you shouldn't be talking about who doing this, who doing that, Remy Ma, this is why men ain't, this is why us men do. You shouldn't be saying none of that shit. Focus on where you trying to go. Because guess what? The prostitutes ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. So shout out to everyone, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up today. Salute to everyone. If you enjoyed today's show, make sure y'all double tap y'all screens. Double tap y'all screens. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button on the way out. Shout out to everyone for coming through. Shout out to my lovely lady mods for coming through today and holding it down. Thank y'all so much. If you are new here, you enjoyed today's show, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure you hit your bell notification so you're notified every time we drop some new content. Ivan says, what do I feel about DeMarcus Cousins? Oh, DeMarcus Cousins is a good player. You're a good player. I like DeMarcus Cousins. Thank you, Shelly Matlock. I appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Classy Creole, as always. Just as well as you, L'Oreal. Thank y'all so much as my two top lovely lady mods. I appreciate y'all holding it down. Thank you so much, Miss New York Nikki Baby, for coming through, holding it down as usual. Wow. Shout out to all the lovely lady mods. Shout out to all the bros, man. Shout out to all the bros. I hope y'all can take something from this show and apply it to y'all lives, man. It's a process. Understand that it's a process, but it's a process that takes you to kick it off, man. As y'all know, I also do consultations. If you would like to schedule a session with me, just hit me up. Let me post my email real quick. You can hit me up in my email. For any other brothers who need any consultation, just hit me up. dsalliance1@gmail.com. dsalliance1@gmail.com. And please be Cash App or Venmo ready. Please be Cash App or Venmo ready if you would like to schedule a consultation or a therapy session. If you guys need some help on getting yourselves started with some things, man, I'm here, man. We got y'all. We got agency here, y'all. We have agency here. We have agency. We're not just talking. All right. So shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone. What up, Dice? Shout out to Big Dice in the building. Might have to catch the playback, bro. But if you would like to support, the movement over here, if you would like to support the student tuition fund, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. The link is pinned at the top of the Chizat. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Bob says, get y'all consultations. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Chuck Young. Shout out to you, man. But I appreciate y'all for pulling up to today's show. Get down in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think of the Zion Williamson situation. All right. We will be back tomorrow right here, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, man. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.